Hello everybody, welcome to Spain against Belgium World Cup quarter-final in LA. What an amazing stadium that is. Apologies, I am slightly late because I've just been reacting to a big story about the Ederson deal falling through for Manchester United. But look at this. Look at this stadium, the SoFi. This is one of my favourites. I've got to say, this is an incredible stadium. It's amazing. Absolutely fantastic. I have got a bet builder with Ball Sports. We will get onto that in a moment. We've just kicked off and I haven't done the timer. Yeah, we'll get into all that, of course. So let's start this timer up here. Where are you? Let's be having you. So we've had 15 seconds. Apparently Tielemans is not available in this game. We'll get into that, of course. But I actually do want Spain to win for the simple reason that I think they've got a better chance of giving France a go in the semi-final. Yeah. Right. Yeah, the live chat is working, which is good. Thank you very much for that. I mean, look, Belgium played very well against the USA. It's a different challenge. I mean, was that Belgium playing well, or was that the USA playing absolutely abysmal in that game? We will wait and see. Spain have been very good defensively and have got the job done so far. I think this is the time where they probably need to push on. What do we got here? Okay. Yeah, sorry, we are sponsored by Ball Sports on the show today, so I have got my bet builder. So a bet builder is where you put a load of things together in one bet. They all need to come off. Now, last night in the France game, I was 1 goal from it happening. I had all the corners, everything like that. So I've got Spain to win, Ayazabal to score at any time, under 2.5 goals, not over. I'm going low. I've seen low games in this knockout phase, so I'm going to go under 2.5 goals, over 8.5 corners, and Yamal to have over 2.5 shots. So that's mine. Spain to win, Ayazabal to score at any time, under 2.5 goals, over 8.5 corners, and Yamal to have over 2.5 shots. I've got odds of 20-1 with that one, so it's big, but I think it's doable. Let me know your thoughts. Give it a go yourself. Get in the comments. Also, throughout the tournament, we are doing a bit of fun, just for quiz just for fun with Ball Sports, and we've got a little teaser for you here. One, Belgium was trailing 2-0 against Senegal in the round of 32 before launching a dramatic comeback. Remember that? 3-2, and it went to extra time. I mean, they were out. Senegal had them. With 10 minutes to go, they had them. 2-0 up, went to 2-2, went to extra time. Which midfielder and team captain scored both the equaliser and the winning goal? Let us know in the chat. Keep hold of your answer, though. We'll do it to half time. Remember, during this World Cup, Ball Sports are reminding you to bet with your head, not with your heart. Put your loyalty aside and don't let that emotion muddy the waters. As always, it's 18 plus, UK and Ireland. Please bet responsibly. Terms and conditions are in the description and via the QR code. Thank you very much to Ball Sports. Right, let's have a look at the starting lineups here. Spain first. So, Simon, Porro, Kabasi, Laporte, Cucurella, Ruiz, Rodri, Olmo, Yamal, Baina, Ayazabal. A little bit of a change in the midfield for them with Ruiz coming in. And then you've got, for Belgium, quite a blow for Belgium, if I'm being honest. Courtois in goal. Castagnet, Ngoy, Michel, De Kuyper, Vanaken, Raskin, and De Bruyne. De Ketelaere, Doku, and Trossard. So De Bruyne and Doku coming back in despite not starting against the USA. But Tielemans is out. I think he's got an injury. I mean, you might know more than me. Let me know in the chat. I think he has got an injury. Yeah. Pedri got benched probably because he's limited from an athletic standpoint in terms of passing. He gets outran often. Yeah, a little bit of a change in their midfield, but a lovely ball forward here and good defending by Belgium. I tell you what, there's been a high intensity in this first 5 minutes. I'd certainly acknowledge that. So I'm getting all sorts of stuff coming in at the moment. Whoa, whoa, you. Really good intensity this game at the start of it. God, it's hot. I was saying on the United stand, stupidly, I put the red light on behind me, and it's already 29 degrees in this room. I mean, I imagine it's hotter than Satan's arsehole, as I said. But the red light just makes, at least, I've got psychological. A light blue light behind me makes me feel a bit cooler. The red light makes me feel hot. Turn on the aircon. Oh yeah, I'll turn on my imaginary air conditioning like most of the UK. I mean, I still think it'll be a few years before people start getting aircon in the UK, because I tell you what, we have had 2 heat waves for 4 days this summer, but it's 8 days. It's 8 days in the year where you'd need it. I still think it's a big expense for something that you probably won't use that often. You're better off getting yourself a swimming pool. Ninja says, how you finding the heat? It's just weird, the stuff you have to do in the UK to keep your temperature down, like, you know, putting up cardboard on your windows outside to stop the heat coming in and stuff like that. It's a bit weird driving around. Pikachu, Goku, Naruto, start bench sell. Ball Justice, if they are Pokemon, I've got no clue. As a Mexican, hope to see England win the World Cup. Love that, Adrian. And look, if Norway win tomorrow, I don't want them to win, but if Norway win tomorrow, I hope they go on and win it as well. What does Yamal actually do, says TG? Well, let's wait and see. What do you think about mandatory siestas in the UK during heat waves? Mate, if you can sleep in the UK in your bedroom at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, fair play. I mean, I was in bed last night and it was 30 degrees in my room. I had a fan on and it was basically just like being in a convection oven, because all the fan was doing was circulating the heat. Instead of like my head, my front being like really hot, the fan was making my sides get hot as well. Anyway, good start to this game. That's the main thing. Dola, welcome. Thank you very much for your super chat. Kartik says, how have Barcelona signed Adeyemi for 22 million plus 7 with 1 year in his contract, while we're going to pay 40 to Atalanta? And I don't know, mate. I don't know. I actually genuinely think Adeyemi's a really good player. And again, I'm sort of baffled by how I always see Real Madrid and Barcelona doing these crazy deals, and yet United are constantly getting done over. Cam's just had aircon fitted, also a heater in the winter. Good shot there by Rodri, but well blocked by Belgium. They need to get rid of this, and they have. Darlin says, not having aircon is wild. Why does the AU not have aircon? Because basically, mate, it does get really hot for a few days, and then it'll piss it down and be cloudy for the next 2 months. And then some summers, it just pisses it down all summer. So I'd say for about a week in the summer, you really need aircon. And then the rest of the summer, you just don't fucking need it. Hi, Mark. Me and my dad have been playing hide and seek since I was 3. I still haven't found him yet. Any advice? Says your best friend 222. That was the shot by Rodri, which was well blocked. IM says, better to have and not need than not have and when needed. I mean, if ever that was the words of a multimillionaire, I mean, that's absolutely fine. You know, better to have a Ferrari in your garage in case you need it than not have it. Yeah, I mean, money, people. The cost of living in the UK is ridiculous as well. Do you think Spain are boring? I mean, look, I can see the chat, and I think Spain do have this tag of being quite boring, but I actually think I judge a game by the speed. There is a speed to this game which is much quicker than what we saw in the Morocco-France game last night. And Belgium are trying to attack when they can. Vote for Count Binface, says Inferno. Thank everyone who's tuning in as well. Yeah, I was a little bit late because of this Manchester United news. I mean, bloody hell. God, I've got a sweaty backside there. Our first signing, which we signed 6 weeks ago, obviously pending a medical, they're now pulling out. And what's been a shit window for United already, Anderson, Tonali, Mateus Fernandes, Tchouameni, all missed out on. One of the players we bought, we're now pulling out on. So, yeah, it's never pull out, says Styles. Well, I think in this case, we were right. But it's shambolic. I mean, I think the big thing is Atletico Madrid pulled out of an Edison deal in January. Did we never think to ask why they pulled out? Because if it comes to pass that they pulled out for the concern around his knee, then we were fucking morons for being in the race in the first place. Chris says, why are Americans so obsessed with aircon? I don't know. They do bloody love it though, don't they? They do. Maybe because it's hot all the time there. I mean, it's hot here in LA, isn't it? I don't know why people are asking us to watch the game. I've been doing watch-alongs for 10 years, and in the first few weeks, people used to say, can you show the game? But for about 9.75 years, I've never had anybody asking it, and now we've got a few people in the chat who think we've got World Cup rights. I mean, we're doing all right, but we haven't got World Cup rights. Hi, Mark. Me and my son have been playing hide and seek since he was 3, but I got fed up and decided to move to a country with aircon. Any advice, says Marge? But you could say, me and my son have been playing hide and seek since we were 3 in the Emirates. That sort of fits in with some of the weird stuff we're getting in here. Yeah, I bet aircon's a big thing in Australia as well. Ironically, aircon contributes to global warming, doesn't it? It's a vicious circle. Yamal, and it breaks down again. Very, very quick pace to this game. Very, very quick. I'm impressed. Here's the Ketlia. Gets the shot, but good block by Cucurella. Bench, play, sell. Dan, it's bench, start. It's bench, start. It's start, bench, sell, not bench, play, sell. Donald Duck, Uncle Buck, or Friar Tuck. We can't go down this again. I've already been clipped on the Mars one. I saw it. I shared it on my story today. Actually, it was very funny. We don't want to be doing that just yet. From Italian sources, it's off, but from United, they're trying to deny it. Probably get their PR in order, but looks like the deal is off, says Kobe Steenberg. Yeah, as I said on the United stand, very, very quickly, a lot of people are like in panic because this Edison deal has been called off, according to Romano. But United are saying that's not the case. Reality is, United have got to be very careful what they do, because if they put it out there, that they've pulled out because of a medical. Imagine if like Man United said we're not signing Santos because there's a problem with his knee, and then Chelsea say no, there's not. You've just cost Chelsea loads of money because every club's going to go, well, we're not going near him. So it's very difficult. I mean, we all know it'll be because of the medical, because we've, you know, it's been put out there by numerous people. But I think that United have got to sort of come out with something that doesn't leave Atalanta in the shit. But then, if you say we're pulling out because we've had second thoughts, that looks even shitter because you've had 6 weeks, really, and it makes you sound indecisive. So I guess there's a bit of PR work to do. Fernando says, we love aircon because where I'm at in the US, it's 35 degrees. Has not been below 29 degrees for most of the summer. Is that global warming, or has it just always been like that where you live? Although I did watch Breaking Bad and it looked hot there all the time. What are your top 3 ice creams and lollies, says Jay. My favourite, here we go with Doku. No, he's got a long way to go. My favourite is when I'm on holiday in Spain, and you know when you're walking around and they've got the shops. Yeah, they do have shops in Spain. You know, like the ice cream fridges. They're like an ice cream sandwich, but they've got 2 sides to them, and the biscuit part is sort of like soft and crumbly. I love them. I don't know what they're called, but yeah, they're amazing. They're amazing. Thank you very much to Jay. Thank you very much to Dan. Oh, I'll do your thing, Dan. Donald Duck, Uncle Buck, or Friar Tuck. Oh, Friar Tuck, I think he was a bit of a pervert. I really do. Friar Tuck always looked a bit noncy to me. Don't worry, he can't sue me. He wasn't real. And so I'll sell him. Uncle Buck, I'll bench. I did quite like that film. And Donald Duck just makes me laugh, so I'll start him. Maxi Bond Cookie, that's what it is, I think. Maxi Bond Cookie. I'll tell you what, I'd love one of them. If it's that. Yes! That's the one. Back of the net. That's exactly it. Nestle Maxi Bond Cookie. Oh, yeah. They do other ones, though. They do other ones. I tell you what, I bet I'm a brand's dream, really. I'm amazed every show we don't have a box full of drinks and sweets and stuff, because, you know, thousands of people watching and big up things. Anyway, here they come down the right-hand side with Podro. Podro? It's Podro Porro. Porro. Mark, if the top 100 players in the world took a penalty against you, how many do you think you'd save? Well, Ben Foster took 10, and he missed 2. I don't think I saved any. I think if you stood down the middle, they'd get arrogant. So, look, if they went for the corners, I wouldn't save any. But if they didn't know I wasn't going to go for the corners, I'd say I might save 3. Hi, Mark. If you were hosting a game show, would you co-host? Would you rather have... I don't know who this is. Mate, I know you're trying to catch me out, Bobby, but you have to get up earlier in the morning than that. Don't put names. I don't know who they are. He says Helen Keller or Stephen Hawking. Well, Helen Keller, as I know, and I haven't searched this, was an American author who was very big on disability rights advocate, political activist, and lecturer. I believe she was born in Alabama, yeah, a fantastic lady. So I think as a co-host, it would be very diverse to use her over Stephen Hawking, who also would be a very diverse person to use. But I think I'd use Helen. Yeah. Evening, Mark. Can you do me shout out in a Spanish accent today? P.S. Are you already buzzing for the England game? Says Vinny, hey Vinny. I can't do Spanish. Hey Vinny, hey Vinny, andale, Vinny. I am very excited about the England game, Vinny. Vinny, hey Vinny. I am very excited about the England game. 10 o'clock tomorrow night, though. So look, tomorrow is a day to do a bit of chores and stuff. There was an opportunity to go down the pub tomorrow afternoon, and I'm like, I think this is a bad idea. I think it's a bad idea. Yeah. Jamie says Helen was deaf and blind. Mate, it's 2026. Stop being so undiverse. So you're saying that deaf and blind people can't be a co-host on a TV show? Wow, shame on you. Shame on you. I thought better of people in this chat. You only live once. It's always hot. It hit 50 degrees once in 1996, says Chachi. We average year 37 for 3 months in Phoenix. So basically, you need aircon in your house. You run from your house to your car. You just stay cool, don't you? Getting some good questions tonight. Jose says, being a bit nosy, where is your favourite place to get designer clothes and which is your favourite genre? We're not talking about clothes with the second bit, though, are we, Jose? Mark, I looked it up yesterday as Ireland is roasting. Apparently, if you point the fan out the window, it pulls the hot air out and is more effective, says Ghost. Yeah, but my fan's massive. It's one of them Dyson things, you know, with the hole in it. I wouldn't be able to put that up on the window. It'd fall over. Yamal's been a bit quiet this World Cup, hasn't he? Says VBA. I think in comparison to the likes of Kane and even Vinicius Jr. before he got knocked out, Messi, Mbappe and Haaland, yeah, he's probably not lit up the tournament in relation to goals. Lee Berman says she'd be a crap co-host. She's dead. So Stephen Hawking. Stop being deadest. It's a hypothetical. Hi, Mark. If you were hosting a... I've done that one. Mark, if I've done that one. Cue the Homer Simpson. Boring for this match, says Will. Thank you very much. Look at this stadium, though. It's mad, isn't it? Hydration break. It's an amazing stadium. Whereabouts in LA is it? Is it like... I know it's in LA, but is it like on the edge? He said Spanish, Mark. Does a Mexican, Speedy Gonzalez. This is why I love this community. Belgium can cause an upset, says Ashish. What do you think of the new Portugal manager, says Moz? What, Ronaldo's mate? I mean, it doesn't bode well for Ronaldo retiring, does it? When his current manager... It's in Inglewood. Inglewood. I know it well. Boys in the Hood. Inglewood. I don't know whether it's like that anymore. Yeah, the new Portugal manager was basically the manager at Al Nassr. So, yeah. Mark, what have been your top 3 stadiums in the World Cup? I think I'm quite happy to say this one, Seattle, and... I think I said it the other day. Was it Atlanta or something like that? Or Kansas? I think it was Kansas. Yeah. Thank you for getting me into football, says Mr. Stash. As a Miami resident with a 30-degree average, I hope England can pull it off. Hate this weather. You need to move from Miami then if it's 30 degrees on average. I think Germany's got a very good climate. Hot summer, snow and cold at the... Well, New York. Trouble with New York, when it's hot, it's a city, isn't it? Ricky! Hey, Ricky! Hey, I tell you what, I love the Ricky professional Professor Goop. Yes. It's in Inglewood, it's in the hood, and he comes out with, Ricky! And we're not talking about Ricky from the United stand. Ricky! I sound like Bianca there. That's not even the one. Ricky! Hey, Ricky! Ricky! That's Bianca, innit? Oh, Ricky! No wonder he left her. Bloody hell. Earache. Come on. Who do you want to win the match? Says Hardick. I want Spain to win it. Because I think Spain-France is a semi. There's a better chance of France losing. Then again, Spain winning the World Cup again is nothing new, is it? I just don't want France, Argentina or Spain to win the World Cup. Start, sit, sell, Hulk, the Incredible Hulk, or Hulk Hogan. Who's Hulk? Is the footballer? Bin him off. I'll bench the Incredible Hulk and start Hulk Hogan because I was a massive fan of wrestling in the 90s. The old Lakers Stadium, when Magic played, was in Inglewood. Carlo says, Luke Shaw's a world-class left-back. Pick a card. New York is a big state, not just a city. Oh, yeah, you've got something called the Hamptons, haven't you? Where it's... Would you rather fight a Warwick Davies-sized chicken or a chicken-sized Warwick, and how long would each fight last? Oh, Bobby, you're weird. Bianca, Tiffany or Pat? Definitely Tiffany, rest in peace. That was a sad episode. It was Grant's fault. Well, this half has flown by. And that's going to go straight through to Courtois. Lee Berman said should be done that one. Start, bench, sell, football, meatball, your balls, says Ninja. Over 500 children have been baptised as Haaland in Peru, says Zoosh. How goes the United stand / that's football transfer window? Any medicals done and ready for the here we go, says Angry Brit. I think he's being sarcastic there. Vinny. Mark, I looked it up yesterday. I've done that one. Well, Fearfam Ollie said, I did a super chat and you missed it. And you know what? Like the one yesterday, which was, you look like the Moroccan manager. Total waste of time. You've done it as well, Fearfam. You missed my super chat. Will Andy Berman as PM help United fund stadium? Boring! The most boring super chat I've ever fucking read, and you told me to go back and read it. Will Andy Burnham as PM help United fund the stadium? Boring! Fucking hell, mate. Why did you send me back to that? Why don't you just delete it? Oh my God. I thought it was going to be something good. I thought it was going to be start, bench, sell, the cause or something like that. You know. What? Will Andy Burnham help Manchester United build the stadium? Well, let's ask Data Dean. I mean, he probably will do because he was part of the goal. It's a great save. Goal! It is a goal! Goal, 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 goal! It's Fabian Ruiz. Olmo with the shot. Great save by Courtois. And then Fabian Ruiz, who looks like he's pregnant because he's done the old ball up the shirt, has put it into the net, and it's 1-0 to Spain. There we go, España. There we go. Por favor. Dos pintos con limón. Por favor. Gracias. Hola. Goal. Spain. Good goal. Worked it well. Porro on the overlap. Olmo with the shot. And Ruiz with the follow-up. I'm still getting stuff about this transfer. Well, we've got a goal. I think that's always a good thing. You're Spanish. She looks like she shit herself. Should be celebrating. She looks like she's gone, oh, we've scored, but I've actually followed through. What was her problem? You've just scored. She did look like she'd shit herself. Happiest moment, you paid all that money to go to LA to watch Spain play in a quarter-final, they score, and you've inadvertently let one off. Shit myself. Oh. Do you prefer tea or coffee, says Pat? I've got to say, in this World Cup, I've got right back into coffee. Sangria's on top, says Return of the Mark. Look, I'll tell you a funny story about sangria. Who would have thought there'd be a funny story about sangria? I love sangria, but I don't drink it unless I'm in Spain. So there's a bar. There's a bar at there's a bar in Mallorca that I always go to called Rogers. It's in Palma Nova, and probably won't go there now because loads of people will be turning up looking for me, which I've not been there for about 3 years, so I won't be there this summer either. And I'm partial to a sangria, and I normally get a jug of it. Anyway, one evening I'm there, I've ordered a big jug of sangria, and the people I'm sat with are all going, nah, I fancy a cocktail, I'm not going to have any sangria. So I'm like, oh, don't mind if I do. Anyway, I get through a jug of sangria in the space of about 40 minutes. And they're saying, you might want to slow it down because I've got another one. And they said, you might want to slow it down. I went, bollocks to that. There's what's in it anyway. And I never knew what was in sangria. And I was like, well, you can't get pissed on holiday. Oh, God. I didn't drink for the next 2 nights. I was throwing up. I've never been pissed. I've never had a hangover on holiday. You can't get a hangover on holiday. Well, I did. I'll still drink sangria, but it can be quite potent. Start, bench, sell, Nell's House Party, 90s Gladiator, Robot Wars. I don't really want to get into the start, bench, sell thing. I'm just going to be very, very clear with you now. Free kick on the edge of the box for Spain in a good position. I did ban start, bench, sell at the end of the show last night because it was becoming too much. The lady who shit herself wasn't Spanish. She was Belgian, Mark. Ah, good point, Kesham. Of course, the Belgium home kit does look like the Spanish home kit. She hasn't come in the right kit. She hadn't shit herself. She was actually going, oh no, my problem, my problem. I would start Noel's House Party because I loved it. I would bench Gladiators and I would sell Robot Wars, Nagash. Opinions on Onana replacing Pickford as England goalkeeper. I think that's just weird, Gavin. Your brain is weird. What are you talking about? Hi, Mark. Do you think Tuchel should start Dan Burn to try and neutralise Haaland's strength? Haaland hasn't the best record against Burn. Yeah, but then you've got Gahey and Stones who will know him like the back of their hands because they train with him every day. Let's see what happens with this free kick. It's in a good area. If he gets this up and over the wall, Yamal, into that top corner, and he hasn't, he's gone low. But second ball, Belgium again. Don't get there, and it goes for a corner. Start, bench, sell, says Jammy. Double Decker, Black and Decker, or Boris Becker. I mean, I'm not really much into DIY, so Black and Decker can do one. It's a toss-up between Double Decker and Boris Becker, which is ironic because he used to like tossing balls playing tennis. Yeah, I think I'd bench Boris Becker and start a Double Decker. I do like them. Was that a goalkeeper's handbook violation, says Kenneth? I don't know what you mean. Oh, Michael Oliver's waiting for something. What's Michael Oliver doing? He thinks he's bloody Roy Keane. It's always about him, isn't it? It's always about him. He's now started tackling Spanish players. He has to make it about him, doesn't he, Oliver? He's literally just gone and tackled Danny Olmo. Thank you for being you. Genuinely my hero, says Wayne. Will Andy Burnham play hide and seek at the Emirates, says Marge. I'm going to a summer festival at in Swansea tomorrow. Will Andy Burnham be there? Handball! Handball! Handball. Do you think Camavinga will go to Man United or Andy Burnham, says Teddy? No, he didn't say Andy Burnham. I don't know. I don't think Camavinga will come to Manchester United. Fear Fam says it was better than asking about ice creams. No, I preferred the ice cream question, thanks. No, we're only having a laugh, mate. And it did lead to a goal, to be fair. Your super chat was directly before the goal. It's Brad Pitt! There he is! Does he know anything about football, Brad Pitt? I reckon he probably does. I don't think he's just there for the cameras. I get the feeling Brad Pitt does know about football. Ben says, I actually think the quality has been poor in the World Cup. Predicted England, Argentina, France, Spain semis at the beginning. All other teams lack quality. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit, mate. I completely disagree. I think it's been a fantastic World Cup where actually so many underdog teams have done really well. You know, Senegal should have beat Belgium. They really should have done. Mexico could have easily knocked England out. Norway in the quarterfinals knocking Brazil out is massive. Egypt was so close to knocking Argentina out. I think the second tier teams have, I think this has been their World Cup. I think if you do a little bit of digging, it has. You know, Morocco were terrible last night. But other than that, they've had a good tournament. Japan were very unlucky that they had to play a tough team in the first bit. Same with Ivory Coast. Do I prefer tea or coffee? I never got back to that for Pat. I like a coffee in the morning and I like a tea in the day after the morning. But as you know, during this World Cup and on Sunday night, I'll be having a coffee at midnight because it works. Oh, people are still doing start bench sells. Stop it. Best pub snacks, says Rich. I used to like Scampi fries. Bailey says, I love you, Mark. Been a subscriber since 2017. Harry says, I've been to Rogers Beach Bar in Mallorca. I got my phone stolen there. I hope I see you there next year. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be stereotypical, but you do have to be careful in Mallorca, full stop. There's, I mean, the police don't fuck about, but there are a lot of opportunists, if we can call them that, hanging around. How many? Well, the thieves, basically. You can say that. The camera went straight to Gallagher that's watching Spain game, says Tom, whatever that means. Mr. Stash says, are you into NFL and what got you into it? Yeah, we do a Super Bowl watch-along every year on this channel, actually. Lovely play by Yamal. Lovely play by Yamal. And it's a shot. Keep an eye on the Bet Builder. Remember the Bet Builder, sponsored by Ball Sports. Get on it yourself. Links in the description. Scan the QR code. We've only had one corner so far, but I need 8.5. But we have had a couple of Yamal shots, and we are under 2.5 goals. Yazabel hasn't scored, though. Spain to win. That's my bet builder with Boyle Sports. I've got another question for you as well. Along with Ronaldo and Messi, which other player made history in this tournament by being named in 6 different World Cup squads? If you get that one, I'll be impressed. We'll give you the answer at half-time. Back yourself with Boyle Sports. 18 plus UK and Ireland only. Please bet responsibly. Terms and conditions are in the description and on the screen. Cut back for Belgium. Didn't go well. They're still on the attack, though. Final ball for Belgium is missing. Good play by De Bruyne. That's got to go in. It's a good cross. It's a great goal. Oh, wow. Well done, De Ketelaere. I tell you what, they got that absolutely spot on. Credit where credit is due. Lovely goal. Lovely goal. De Bruyne gets it out wide. Cross comes in. And I tell you what, it's 1-1 at half time here. My bet builder's not coming in, is it? Not coming in. One more goal and it's dead. Well, I'm dead now. Basically. Because Spain can't win without scoring another goal. And I've got over 2.5 goals. Over. See, the one game where I thought there might not be a lot of goals. And I've been done. Great goal, though. Really good. Look at the way he uses his head here. It's not just a header. It's the way he gets the direction on it as well. Very good header. Low. Angle. It's a great header, that. That is a great header. You can't deny it. It's the flick off it, isn't it, to get it low. No keeper saving that. Excellent. What's the first rule of Fight Club? Says Will. We don't speak about Fight Club. Drink safe for later or bin. Yeah, you're not catching me out with this. Tea, coffee or hot chocolate. I mean, I do like a hot chocolate. But I can't rank those because it's mood specific. Start bench sell. I'm not doing any start bench sells anymore. Fear fam. Yours again. Go back to Andy Burnham. Oh, God. Oh, Nuno's done one. Can you give a shout out to my brother, Ard, who's a lawyer now, says Ben. There we go. Shout out, mate. Well done. Shawshank Redemption, The Usual Suspects, or The Godfather, says Killen. I mean, that really is just a start bench sale done in a different way, isn't it? Godfather would be my favourite. Shawshank the Redemption the second, and then Usual Suspects third. Would you rather England face Spain or France in the final, says Mohammed, if we get there? Yellow card here. I tell you what, I hope Michael Oliver has got some sun cream on the top of his head because he's got a bit of a red bold patch there. And I would not want him to get sunstroke. Yeah. Pulling of the shirt there by Kabasi. Or the shorts, should I say. He does look very young, Kabasi, doesn't he? I mean, I know he is young, but he actually looks very young. Reform or restore Britain, says Carol. Yeah, we don't do politics here. Cream will always rise to the top. Spain and Argentina in the final, says Matthew. Wayne says, I like my tea and coffee, but which one's better at the Emirates? People are watching this going, what's this Emirates stuff? You had to be there. Ben says, it's been exciting and teams have done well, but more passion and effort. Real gap in quality between top few and the others. I disagree, Ben. I do disagree. I don't think, Argentina against Egypt, I think that was close. I've seen Argentina play other teams. It was close. France, I think, have just been very, relied on their quality of their individual players. Spain haven't really got out of the gear yet. England have had to work hard. So I disagree. What has surprised you most about England this World Cup, good or bad? Says Harry. Surprised me. I don't think I have been surprised by England because I said they'd win the World Cup anyway, which is a massive statement to make about a country that's not won the World Cup since '66. So I haven't really been surprised by England. I suppose the nice surprise has probably been Bellingham. You know, he's actually living up to his potential. Belgium sack Martinez and immediately start playing better. If Martinez had these injuries, Belgium would be 3-0 down, says Baltier. Oh, he's a crap manager, mate, in my opinion. Which team is the most capable of defeating France out of all the teams that remain in the World Cup? This is Andre Gomez. Probably Spain. Dale says Shaun of the Dead or Hot Fuzz. Hot Fuzz, yeah, definitely. Nick P says De Ketlier's got a lovely head of hair. It's like a thatched roof. Naj says, will there ever be a better World Cup than Qatar 2022? Don't fall for the rage bait. He knows exactly what he's doing. Do you think Atalanta would be willing to sell De Ketelaere to United? I very much doubt they'd sell as a bloody bar of soap anymore. Yellow bathing suit. Vishu says, I've seen influencers say streaming takes a toll on your mental health. How has your mental health been with the World Cup? Lack of sleep? Mate, you know, honestly, there is a conversation to be had there, but I think the minute I start having it, people will go, that's the sound of the world's smallest violin, because you're also in a privileged position to be able to sit here watching the thing you love, talking away about Mars bars and, you know, with you good people, and what's a better film, Hot Fuzz or Shaun of the Dead? So, you know, I'm not about to start. I'm not about that. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I think you have to get used to the hate very early, because if you put yourself out in this arena and you give your opinions, then naturally there's going to be people who disagree with you, and some people are incapable of disagreeing in a way that's, you know, not abusive. And you do have to be ridiculously consistent, because like before this stream, something broke about United and I'm like, well, I've got to do the game at 8, so let's do a quick 15 minutes on that. De Ketelaere to United, here we go, says Liam. Yeah, but he does play for Atalanta, who we've just screwed over. Yeah, I can't start bench sell anymore, Ibnu. I'm getting a bit bored of them. And you know, Jimmy Page, Van Halen or Slash. What has surprised you done that? Thank you very much. Okay, I think I'm caught up there. Sheehan says, can I have your autograph? I'd love to meet you. Yeah, mate, let me just get this bit of paper for you. Do you want me to make it out to you? To Sheehan. All the best. There you go, mate. Obviously, I can't give it you, but you know, I have done it. There it is. The camera got it for you. To Sheehan, all the best, MG. There you go. Spain deserve nothing, benching best goalkeeper in the world, says YSA. Martinez won the FA Cup 15 years ago versus City. Respect, says Niao. No, he can shove his respect up his arse. We're right, we're about to hit half time here, and it could be, and it looks like it will be 1-1. I did think once Spain got ahead, that would be that. However, I've just had this flash up. ITV World Cup theme 1990. Oh, God. Takes me back. Take me back. Lovely. Could be an extra timer. I think we'll get some more goals in the second half, if I'm being completely honest. Oh, I forgot. You know what? I've completely forgotten to say this. Please do subscribe to the channel. We're on 1.499. We're really close to 1.5 million, which is great. Here's Doku right on half time. Nothing's given. If you're thinking of me, you've got to let me know. Oh, You've got to let me know. Oh. Right. It's not quite half time yet. That's the biggest dive I've ever seen. I'm waiting for the sun to come to help me off the ground. Do you feel sorry for fat people in the heat? What? Well, I read it. I feel sorry for pregnant people in the heat because I always think weight is like, if you go in your garden when it's 30 degrees, right, and you're hot, now imagine putting a jumper on and then carrying 4 big bags of shopping, right? Now you know what it's like to be pregnant. It's like you're physically carrying extra weight under a jumper, but your jumper is your skin. So, and I can only imagine what it must be like to be pregnant, obviously, because it would be an impossibility. But yeah, I mean, yeah. I find it, I don't know about you though, I find in the heat, I don't eat as much. Like, hello? Who is it? Oh, you coming in?
Yeah, no.
No. What have you been doing?
Watching the Spain game.
Oh yeah, you got Spain in the sweepstake, haven't you?
Here. I didn't see the Belgium goal because I was doing football.
Oh. I'll see you tomorrow then. You look tired.
Yeah. I'm watching the second half.
Where?
Upstairs.
All right, okay. Well, I might see you after then. You can open your window in your room now because the temperatures are dropping.
Okay.
I mean, you can open your window in your room anyway. I just want to make that very clear. He's not banned from opening his window, but technically, you're better off having your window closed when it's hotter outside than it is in, and then when it's warmer in than it is out, you open your window, which tends to be 9 o'clock. Constantine says, what do you think has changed with Belgium bringing the fullbacks into the attack? Basically, one word, Roberto Martinez, essentially. They're just a better team without him. I didn't really watch a lot of them in the group stage because a lot of their games tended to be like the 3 and 5 matches, but watching them against Senegal, watching them against the USA, and watching them again today, they don't. I think when I used to watch Belgium under Martinez, they would they'd sit in and be quite boring and pragmatic, whereas I think under this coach they are a little bit more on the front foot. Apparently, breaking news, I was told by one person on that punditry panel, figure out which one, that the BBC are flying out to New York for the semi-finals. So there'll be no green screen. They're actually heading out there for the semi-finals next week. So I tell you what, I bet they've been doing a bit of scouting. And they were like, they've got to. That's the problem with at least if you stay in Salford with your green screen, all right, people take the piss. But now they're going out to New York. They've got to find something better than ITV. That's going to be hard. Since the Edison deal is off, marquee signing, says Rajaf. I mean, they're not actually linked, are they, though? Because Edison's not the marquee signing. Matty says, we know the truth. Goldbridge has got bars on the window. Why is the English FA not making a bigger deal out of Kwanzaa's suspension? How is it fair compared to Balogun, says Chiri? I think it's because it's Kwanzaa. I think if it was Kane, they would. Mark Bridge, think you'll like the RFK Stadium concept in DC for 2031, new home of the Commanders team and possible venue for the 2038 US World Cup bid. What's going on with this 2038 World Cup bid? I mean, you can't have another World Cup. The United States could consider making a bid to host the men's 2038 World Cup. The US are co-hosting 2026. FIFA is considering expanding the format even further to 64 teams as early as 2030. Fucking hell. Oh my God. Imagine. Yeah, so apparently they might go for it. Yeah. Seb got sent off with the Reds as well. Mark, what 2 midfielders would you sign now? I mean, I like Enmicha and I like Scott. They would be my dream 2, and Santos could be the new Edison. I think more likely we'll probably go for someone like João Gomez, Kone, Baleba, those sort of players. What do you think has changed on that one? We need to get Martinez to manage France, says Chris. They could probably still win it with Martinez, to be fair, because I don't actually think Deschamps is that good. Can you give us... I don't know what that is, Oscar. Rest in peace, Anne Widdicombe, says David. Yeah, I think whether you're into politics or not, that's disgusting, really. 78-year-old woman, you know, killed in her own home. That's disgusting on any level. Rest in peace, I agree. Hi guys, important question. A cream tea, what? Cream teas, do you prefer the Cornish way or the Devon way, which is obviously the right way? I'd need to know which way is which. I mean, I've had a cream tea, and it's a tea with a scone, clotted cream and jam. And I do like it. HLM says, I just got here. How do you feel about the new appointed coach for Portugal? Do you have a perspective on it? Do you know the coach? Most places he coached, he ended up performing well. What do you think? Well, I think that wasn't this World Cup meant to be the end of Ronaldo, and now they've gone and appointed a manager that's just spent the last year with Ronaldo. So I think we're getting another 2 years of Ronaldo, aren't we? You know, it's a bit like Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not fucking leaving. This show goes on. How would you say England have changed under Tuchel, says Captain Speedy? I mean, England have changed under Tuchel because we're tactically adaptable. We can defend, we can attack, we can change within game, whereas Southgate was predominantly pragmatic. Ever forget and signed Goldbridge by mistake, says Andy Lee? No. Thoughts on De Ketelaere? He's good. I mean, to be fair, he's a player I've sort of lost contact with, the hand of Thrawn, over the years. But he was a player a few years ago who was like, you know, meant to be very good. Talk about UK watchalongs who don't cheat on English goats, says Matthews. Don't know what that means. Polyester, cotton, leather, start bench sell, says Dahl. I'm really into cottons. I think, you know, my skin is quite sensitive, without getting too personal, and I find breathable cotton is good. I find, yeah, polyester I find a little bit, yeah. Are we talking about dot cotton? In which case, definitely cotton. Raya would have saved it. Raya's better than Simon, says She Loves Cowgirl. Thank you very much. Appreciate those comments. Right, let's have a look how we're doing on subscribers, because I'm just starting to think that we might hit 1.5 million tomorrow night, which would be incredible. We're on 499,400, so we're 600 subscribers away from 1.5 million subscribers, which is absolutely incredible. Absolutely fantastic. Superb. Right. Yeah, I mean, I am excited about tomorrow night. I'm sort of thinking what to do. I mean, I will have a drink tomorrow, but I think I'm going to wait until 10 because I've got to do Argentina I've got to do Argentina, Switzerland at 2 a.m. Could you do 1,500 keep-ups challenge to celebrate 1.5 million? I've never done 1,000, mate. I do reckon I could do that, though. The trouble with doing 1,500 keep-ups is it's not like if you keep doing it, you'll do it, because you'll get really tired very, very quickly. Pubs will be packed tomorrow. Yeah, they will. Yeah, mate, they bloody will. Would you sign Berg? He can play different positions. He's been man of the match in most matches he's played. Made Glimp rise too. He's too old for his battle nude. He's been a very good player, Berg, but he's too old for us, isn't he? He's like late 20s. Can you do a Mr. Bean impression, says Oscar? No. Josh says, reports the deal isn't off. Mate, if we don't pull out of that deal, we're going to look like right idiots in the fan base now. I mean, there's a lot of stuff on Twitter still going on. I might do a quick reaction to it. Probably will do a reaction to it. There's quite a few bits out there. Anyway, back to you, good people. Don't forget, we are sponsored by Boyle Sports on the stream. My bet builder is probably done, to be honest. That can happen sometimes. I did go big. I went 20 to 1. Remember, a bet builder is when you go loads of things that need to happen in one bet. So my bet was 20 to 1 if it came in. Spain to win. Yazabal to score at any time. Under 2.5 goals is the one I've messed up on. Over 8.5 corners and Yamal to have over 2.5 shots. I mean, I can't do it now because obviously we've had 2 goals and Spain aren't winning. So even if Spain win, I'd be over 2.5 goals. So I've messed up. But remember, back yourself with Ball Sports, 18 plus UK and Ireland only. Please bet responsibly. Terms and conditions are in the description and on the screen. But I've also got 2 questions to give you the answer to as well. Remember, we do these with Ball Sports for a bit of fun. The first question was, Belgium were trailing 2-0 against Senegal in the round of 32 before launching a dramatic late comeback and then winning 3-2 in extra time. Which midfielder and team captain scored both the equaliser and the winning goal? Unfortunately, not in this game due to injury. It was Yuri Tillemans. And then the second question is, along with Ronaldo and Messi, which other player at this World Cup has made history in this tournament by being named in 6 different World Cup squads, which is absolutely incredible. 6 World Cup squads. For an outfield player, that's amazing for Messi and Ronaldo. Funnily enough, the other player is a goalkeeper, and it's Ochoa of Mexico, who has also been named in the last 6 World Cups. But to be named in 6 World Cups is madness, isn't it? Absolutely madness. For 2 outfield players as well. Angelo Stiller has a 37 million release clause. Why didn't we go for him? He's really good on Football Manager. I think he's real good in real life, humble lamb, really. Aaron Birchley says, only 10 World Cups before you have to start specifying that you mean 66 when England last won, and not just saying... sorry. Only 10 World Cups before you have to start specifying that you mean 1966 when England last won it, and not just saying 66. I mean, that's mad, Aaron. You know, I've never thought of it like that. It's 2026. In 40 years' time, it'll be a century since England won the World Cup. I probably won't be here for that, thank you. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I probably won't be here for that. Would you have taken a 32-year-old Kevin De Bruyne in current Man United squad? Well, Mason Mount's in it, so yes. What's your thoughts on Declan Rice's illness, says FT? He'll be below if he can't play. I mean, I don't know. I've got no thoughts on the illness. I mean, I don't know. Do you want him to ring me up and tell me if he can not play or not? You know, I'm not like the school admin. What's your Premier League manager Mount Rushmore? Says Tyler. Sir Alex, Mourinho, Wenger, Pep. I think Klopp's unlucky because I do feel like he's, you know, rebuilt a Liverpool team I never thought would be rebuilt. But Wenger, not only what he did at Arsenal, but he revolutionised football in relation to diet and fitness. I put Jose on there, yeah. I said Sir Alex by a long way, Jose, Wenger, Pep. People need to clean their ears out. Savage says Wenger better than Jose in my opinion. Yeah, it's a Mount Rushmore, mate. It's not an order. They're all there. God, some people. They jump in two-footed and the whistle's not even blown. Mark, you're not allowed to leave this world, says Sass. Unfortunately, we all have an exit. We all enter and we all exit. Right. What a stadium. Are we ready here or what? Oh God, ref, just get on with it. There we go. That's one of my biggest frustrations is actually waiting to click the clock. Whoa, whoa, you stole the sun from my heart. You stole the sun from my heart. Right, second half is up and running here. You could AI Goldbridge. You could go on forever. Well, I do think that that's going to be a thing, isn't it? I'm opposed to it, but I think it is. And I saw they were doing it with Michael Parkinson. And look, maybe he was really happy about that. But personally, I'd be like, I don't want that. I don't want that because it just like put a lot of work into being what you are, and then it gets computer generated forever. I just don't like that. Are you coming to India, Mark? People love you here, says Shah. I will come to India, God willing. There's a few places I need to go. And I think I would like to go to there, definitely. Mexico. Canada. You know what? I've never been to Scotland. I've never been there. Australia. Probably not Russia, if I'm being honest. Russia never really appealed to me anyway. There are places I won't go. I want to go to Japan. I really want to go to Japan. So lovely ball into Yamal. He will get there. I think he was offside. I do think he was offside. The flag's gone up, yes. Just seen the story of a guy who nearly got sucked out of the Ryanair plane because the window broke mid-flight. Yeah, what's that all about, Humble Lamb? So I was listening to that in the car today, and effectively, a flight from Greece Ryanair flight. The window broke and he got sucked out, his head and his shoulder. But he's only in hospital with minor injuries. And I've just got visions of like, because obviously if the window comes out, that fucks up the pressure in the cabin. So did he have to just stay out there for everybody else's benefit? I'm all right. I'm all right. I don't know what happened. It's a true story, but I've not really heard anything about it. Thoughts on becoming invincible? Don't want it, Daniel. He just wanted a better view of the engines. Fucking well, he nearly bloody did. I mean, you'd shit yourself, wouldn't you? Another rest in peace, Anne Widdicombe from Mackie. Thanks for the super chat. Sam says, have you ever been to New York? Yes, I have. Thank you everybody who's tuning in. I tell you what, it's the World Cup vibe is starting to drop off a little bit. You know, we were getting 17,000 watching at 2 a.m. 8 o'clock on a Friday night, quarter final, 13,000. I do think that one day off and then the one game a day has started to... I don't know whether that happens in previous World Cups, but I think like as soon as the break hit and then it's dropped down to one game, I do feel like I think it happens a lot actually. You start to get these big gaps in between games, and actually the best part of the World Cup vibe is when it's every day, isn't it? It's also Friday night. What's this one here? Wayne Phillips says, if I was getting sucked in a plane, that's not what I'd imagine. It's a sunny night as well, yeah. It's a sunny Friday night. Beer gardens will be packed. That's a nice ball down the wing. I mean, this could be an extra timer. Well, lots of people like a window seat as well, don't they? I do think we'll get another goal in the second half, though. Yamal, nice ball, let it go. Lovely play. Ruiz. Cucurella, little touch, just wide. Corner. Whoa, whoa, you. Pedri's coming on. Speno says, I think Spain have been very dominant. Not sure if Belgium can hold out. Do you think these new rules in the Premier League are going to change massively? Sorry, do you think the new rules in the World Cup are going to change the Premier League massively? I would be very disappointed if the legacy of the World Cup doesn't come to the Premier League. I mean, look, I watch a lot of Bundesliga last year on this channel, and it didn't matter if it was like St. Pauli against Augsburg. You know, you could watch it because the game flowed and the ball was in play a lot. The Premier League, corner obsession, long throw-in obsession, stop-start obsession. The World Cup has been brilliant in the sense that the games have flowed really quickly. Soft fouls have been eliminated. You know, time limits on throw-ins. No pissing about on corners. If you touch anyone, it's a foul. We've got to bring that into the Premier League. I don't know whether they are, but we've got to demand that they do. Do you like museums and historical places and a taste for art, says Vipple? I do like history, yeah. Museums, I can take it or leave it. I like the Natural History Museum in London and in New York. I'm not massively into art. I mean, you know, when you go into like the Tate Modern or something like that and it's full of people going, ooh, I'm sort of like, it doesn't do it for me. I'll be honest. I don't mind it, but I'm not like, you know, it's not like when you walk into John Lewis and you're looking at all the electronical goods. I'm loving that, but Tate Modern. I appreciate art, but I couldn't sit there and look at a painting for 10 minutes. Some people go there and look at it for an hour. I'll tell you what art I do like. I like that artist who basically, it's a bunch of, you know, those prats on the horses who wear the red suits and hunt foxes. So they're all sat there in their red suit and their white jodhpurs around a table on the bottom half of the picture, and they're all having and there's glasses of whiskey, and they fell asleep. And then behind them and above them, it's like their dream, and then it's foxes on horses in red suits and jodhpurs with dogs chasing them. I like that. That's the sort of thing I like. Thoughts on Edwards leaving Liverpool in the window, says Mr. Cal. I don't think it's a big issue because I don't think he actually does the job he used to do. He wasn't the director of football anymore, was he? He was sort of like about global relationships, really. So I don't think it's going to make a massive difference. I want to see a World Cup in the UK. Do you think it will come back one day, being home of the most important league on the planet? Albert, I think it's ridiculous that Mexico have hosted or co-hosted 3 World Cups more recently than we held a World Cup. But the trouble with England is it's like the Eurovision Song Contest. We're just not very popular. Have you got any concerns of England's injuries, says Random? No, not really. You know, you've got to expect that in a World Cup. I mean, look at Belgium. Tielemans is probably their best player and he's injured. You know, you just got to get on with it. It's a bad cross there. Lolan says, hi Mark from India, I love this community. I just realised I haven't even had a stand up for ages and I've got my fan here. I can literally vent my shorts. Oh yeah, that is, not back of the net, back of the shorts. Whew, that's lovely. That really is top class. I'm not coming back to the chair. I can't read the chat from here though. Even with my glasses on, I can't read the chat. Oh, I mean, you can imagine. You can see the shorts moving. Wow. If you could go to bed like that. What? Who goes to sleep standing up? Because I tell you what, if I could go to sleep standing up, I'd go over that. Oh. No, it was nothing to do with like anything like that. It's just like the pure draft. The only draft I like in that area. Start, bench, sell. Why are you doing start, bench, sell? It's only my inner generosity that's allowing me to read this. I'm going to get to a point where I don't read these because I'm getting tired of them. Trim says, start, bench, sell, win 10 million, die a virgin or lasagna. Oh my God. So I can't have lasagna for the rest of my life. I mean, I'm going to take the 10 million. I'll bench lasagna and I'll get rid of Dinah Virgin. Yeah. Who's winning the men's Wimbledon final, Mark, says Yash. Federer. New Old Trafford would be cool for a World Cup, says Albert. Get out. Is Pedri actually any good? Never been impressed. You know what it is with Pedri, right? Everyone says he's brilliant, but I bet most people have hardly watched him. I put my hands up. I don't watch La Liga, so I get to watch Pedri in the Champions League, and whilst I think he's decent, I could never rank him above someone like Bruno because I just don't watch him enough. So for me, I just don't. But people bloody love him. I prefer a flan. Lukaku's warming up. He'd probably score a goal now. He's clearly very, very talented, but I just don't see enough of him really. Worth it if only minor injuries. It'd be a good laugh, says Riley. I don't know what he's answering there. How can you like NFL if you like the game to flow, says Rebecca? Because that's football. Some people like football and golf. Some people like F1 and golf. Like, football needs the flow. NFL, I actually quite enjoy the stop-start nature of it. I think there's nothing better after Christmas in January on a Sunday night when everyone's getting ready for bed and going to work, and then you whack on a playoff game at 11 o'clock and it's snowing. Fucking get in. Love it. Mark, start bench sell, start bench sell start, says Live Gino. I bet that sounded funny when you typed it. Matthew says, did you see my last super chat, Mark? Yeah. It was shit. So I ignored it. I didn't, Matthew. I'm going back to it now. Where would the remaining teams finish in the Premier League? Oh, my God. Fucking hell. What would Andy Burnham look like in a pair of shorts and a T-shirt? What the fuck is that, Matthew? I mean, fucking hell. Don't highlight a shit super chat for me to go back and read. Oh, God. Where would the remaining teams finish in the Premier League? Wow, Data Dean. Wow, statistically, I think Belgium would be mid-table. Norway would probably be around where Brighton are. France have got to be thinking about winning the league, although I would still say about third. Argentina would be, you know, sort of around where Villa are, and England would probably be pushing for third. Did I leave anyone else? Switzerland. See Brentford. These quarterfinals games are slow, says Eru. Why? I actually don't think this game has been slow. I think there is a little bit of stereotypical unfairness against Spain being boring. Here's Yamal. Good play, good save, Courtois, corner. Yeah, I think this game has actually flowed very, very well, and I think there's been a good tempo. A lot of people saying that isn't that a handball? No, they're not looking at it. Loads of people saying, why was that not a penalty for Belgium? I don't think they're going to show as a replay. I'm going to go back. Cross. I mean, I've got to be honest. I'm struggling. But is that not the same rule with the PSG game, where you can't knock it onto the own player? Isn't that the same thing in the PSG game in the Champions League, where if you kick it into your own player, it's not a handball? I don't know. I think there might be a stupid rule about that. Let me, I'll get an answer for you. Here's your Mal into the box. Good defending. Goal kick. What 3 items would you want on an abandoned island, says Wesley? Oh, stupid people say phones and stuff like that, but you won't have electricity, will you? So you're probably better off with a survival knife. You need stuff that's going to help you to survive on that island, don't you, basically? I don't know. I'll leave it to you lot. Mark, would that one guy help United build a new stadium if he became president of the UK or whatever? Andy Burnham, says Zach. 407 passes for Spain, 189 for Belgium. Baltier says, I wasn't into FIFA rigging before this tournament, but now I am. How was that not even VAR checked for a handball? Yeah, I mean, unless there's a stupid rule about it can't be a handball if you knock it, if their own player knocks it into the other player's hand. If that was the other way around, I think Spain would be getting a penalty. Here's your Mal. Belgium defending well. I went out with a girl on lunch thinking I would pay full, but midway through I realised she was already taken. I said swivel on it and did 50-50. Is it okay? Says Vipple. So basically you went on a date. Halfway through the meal you found out that she was already in a relationship, and then you didn't pay for it. You went 50-50. Is it okay, mate? To be honest, I would have said she can pay, because you basically frauded me on false pretenses. 100% don't pay. I mean, fair play for paying 50-50. We have the Norwegian Vikings. What will England be, says Travis. I don't know. Courtois has gone down injured. What part of USA is England playing tomorrow, says Matt. Miami. We're in LA here. Ninja says, would you rather be locked in with a room... Sorry. I'm sure this is going to be an absolute classic. Courtois is down injured, so I'll read this. Ninja says, would you rather be locked in a room with an alligator or a polar bear? So basically, would I rather be dead or dead? I think you'd have a better chance with an alligator. Get Le Mans on. I think he might be coming off. Oh no, it's hydration break. He'll be all right. I thought it was coming off then. Matthew says, sorry Mark, just wondered. I was only having a laugh with you, Matthew. I don't take it seriously. The sprinklers are coming on. I do think cynically the hydration break, the longer we... I mean, look, you probably do need the hydration break today. It's probably quite hot in LA. But the fact that it has a sponsor itself sort of shows you the... It doesn't help with the cynics, does it? The sponsor has... You know, the hydration break is sponsored by somebody. Oh my God. Could be heading towards extra time here. Oh God, sorry. I've just seen something here. I've just got to sort it out while I'm chatting to you. Let me get back. Which US stadium would you like to visit for a game? Says Soy. Ooh, Seattle, definitely. I mean, this looks lovely. I would love to go here. I mean, I do think this is an incredible stadium inside and out, which is important. You know, it's not all about looks. It's about what's inside. But no, yeah, I think it's an incredible stadium. But I've always liked Seattle. Yeah. Hope Le Mans can come on, get some minutes, increase his value. Says just pay. Yeah, we're not looking to sell him. Le Mans is coming on, says Albert. I don't think he is, unfortunately. Courtois is still on the pitch. Do you still play football charity matches, Mark? Says Alan. I sort of don't, because I went to a few where they always want me to be the manager. And actually, I just want to play. And I never get asked to play. So I haven't done any this summer. But I still think I've got a lot to offer. I'm unattached. Vikings versus the Crusaders, says Gecko Man. Oh, he's coming up. He is coming off. Courtois is off. You were right. Is it Le Mans on? No. Penders. Penders? And, oh, no, it is Le Mans. Sorry, I thought someone else was on. Oh, thank God for that. Le Mans in goal for Belgium. This is interesting. Interesting now. This is interesting now. Poor old Courtois, though. He can't believe it. What did he even do? What did he even do? Well, if it goes to penalties, this could get very interesting now. I mean, I'm not normally a massive fan of a game going to penalties if it's been a bit of a dull game, but this does change things. First touch for Le Mans. The Manchester United goalkeeper. Martian Lynch's 60-yard run generated so much crowd noise and stomping it registered as a minor magnitude earthquake on a nearby seismometer, says Ashish. What United player has impressed you the most this World Cup, says Hex? I think it would be Cunha or Mazraoui, wouldn't it? Salah close to MLS move, should stay in Europe, to be honest, says Mr. Cal. Surprised he's not going to Saudi. Emil says, I'm Norwegian, I've got a feeling we will win. Be entertaining if the sprinklers stayed on, says Head Charge. Which side's looking more leggy? Definitely Belgium. Here's Yamal. He's not having a good game, Yamal. He's not having a very good game, Yamal. 15 minutes to go. Sorry, I'm just getting some information through at the moment whilst I'm watching this. Mike, I tell you what I'll do for you, mate, with your capital letters. Get fucked, dick. Out of my chat. Bit baited there, but you can fuck off. Look, if you don't want to be here, leave. I'm actually getting some information about a Man United transfer. So sorry, I can't fucking read your chat, watch a game and respond to this, but it's actually quite good. And I've had some good information over the last 2 weeks, so I'm actually trying to get some information through. So if you don't want to be here, please fuck off. Seriously, I couldn't give a shit. Makes no difference to me. We're so big and massive anyway, it doesn't really matter. So please go. Some people actually understand what I'm probably doing here. I feel like I've just had my Craig moment. I feel like I have. No, I'm actually just trying to find something else about this Edison deal. And it's very hard to go from here to there to you. Yeah, okay. Okay, done. Elon says Anglo-Saxons versus Vikings. I'll tell you what. Imagine if, yeah, arrogant, yeah, good. Keep it coming, love it. Anything else? You're still here though, aren't you? You haven't left yet. Keep it going, yeah. Dictator Bridge, yeah, you're still here. Keep coming. Arrogant Bridge, yeah, you're still here. You keep typing, you're still here, mate. Yeah, still here. Yeah, good. Thank you. Yeah. Stop picking on the specky lad. Yeah, Reese, if you know, you know. Yeah, I think all the Anglo-Saxons versus Viking stuff is obviously for the Norway game tomorrow, isn't it? I think England will win. I've done the preview. I think this game's going to extra time. I think Spain have been so poor with their final ball. And they only really scored because of a... Well, it was a good shot and it was a decent save, but apart from that, been pretty poor. Would you rather be the goalkeeper who saves a 119th minute penalty in the World Cup final or be the player who scores the winning penalty? Says Mohammed. Would you rather be the goalkeeper who saves a 119th minute penalty in the World Cup final or be the player who scores the winning penalty? I'd rather be the player who scores the penalty, wouldn't I? Because I don't know what the score is with the save. How do you think Arbeloa will do at Fulham, says Tom? I mean, I've got to be very careful with this because I didn't think Keith Andrews was going to do well at Brentford, and he did. So I don't think Arbeloa is going to do particularly well at Fulham, to be honest. And where's Marco Silva gone? He went to Benfica, didn't he? What about the transfer stuff? I might have to do a video after this, but obviously if this goes to extra time, I might not. Knight Rider hopes Belgium win this. I think this does tend to happen in the knockout stages, though. it becomes such high stakes that people tend to have the opinion that lovely play by Yamal. Again, final ball, just not quite there. Wasn't Yamal's final ball, it was Torres. It's not a foul. There he is with his Premier League bullshit, Michael Oliver. Ross says, are we allowed to hint on your updated signing info? No, it's not. No. I won't tell you anyway. Fivel likes Stiller, so why aren't we signing him? Says Mitesh. It's been quiet on Stiller for about 3 months, mate. I mean, like, it's not active. Kendry says, I've got a bad feeling about Man United next season. You're not the only one. Yeah, you're not the only one. I think it's not been a very good window so far. See João Gomez's tweet. I'm absolutely certain that God has the best in store for me. I mean, that's because his move to Atletico Madrid fell through. I know. Is that Courtney Cox? I mean, I don't know her personally. We don't dine together or anything like that. Somewhere a certain Mr. Tony Coton is smiling, considering where Le Mans was a year ago, says Ryle. You did a fucking great job on that. Would you rather be locked in a room with... I mean, give me a chance. I mean, 2 serial killers, come on. Le Mans on, Belgium to win now, says Rib. I mean, if it goes to penalties, it gets interesting, doesn't it? It could be the guy that gets them into a World Cup semi. I mean, Belgium do not look like they're going to concede a chance. Nico Williams is on. Sorry about that. No, I'm not sorry he's on. I missed it. Sorry. Thank you very much. He's not really had anything to do, Le Mans, yet. Because I mean, look at how many players Belgium have got behind the ball, though. I mean, I think they really have. Unfortunately, they've changed their tactic from the first half. Belgium, they've really gone. Let's part. It's almost like they're playing for penalties. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this. You know, the whole second half, they basically just parked the bus. Rib TV says, Le Mans on, Belgium to win now. Godzilla says, start bench sell, Joaquin Phoenix, Phoenix, Arizona, or Phoenix the mythical bird. Another good bit of defending there ahead of Yamal. Apparently Ben Jacobs has just tweeted something. All, as alluded to here, Edison deal in doubt. Further clarity soon. No confirmation yet on a final decision following further medical exams from Ben Jacobs. Thank you very much. What would you say if United went for Bergvall? Says Fraden. I like Bergvall. I mean, it's a bit niche, but I do like him. MJ says, I just want to say thanks for your work. I listen to you every day and it helps me feel less lonely. Oh, lovely, lovely, mate. Thank you very much. Don't get a lot of people being nice, so thank you for that. Really do appreciate it. I hope we get Manu Kone. He's a tackling machine and either still either way. Man United need to hurry up. Great community, mate. Says Man United for life. I ponder who FIFA want to win, but it's obvious. Says yeah. And would you be happy with Santos Kone and either one of Stiller and Micha, Belaber or Boadi? Also, I tried to send super chats on United stand, but can't, says Adam Gaz. Help. It's a YouTube thing. I don't know why that would be. I wouldn't want Belaber. I think if it's Santos, Kone, and out of any of those, it'd have to be Micha for me. Yeah. Alfie says, I can't see Spain winning the World Cup. I think they're a bit toothless, aren't they? Yeah. Albert says, just from a football perspective, what World Cup final would be the most interesting to watch if you can decide what teams play in the final? From a selfish perspective, mate, I don't find it boring when if England are playing. If this was England-Belgium and it was 1-1, I'd be engaged because I'm English. You might be bored. But De Bruyne's coming off anyway. I personally think entertainment in the World Cup is going to be tomorrow night, England-Norway. Semi-final England-Argentina, and then final England-France. I mean, I'd like to swerve Argentina and France, but from an entertainment point of view, I think you want England to beat Norway, play Argentina, beat them, and then play France. I'm not saying we'd win any of those games. I don't know whether we'll win tomorrow, but I think from an entertainment value, I'd be entertained. Are they fearing Haaland in England yet, Mark? Says Mam. Are you fearing Kane? Are you fearing Kane? Yazir says, did you think Spain missed the boat with Hakimi? Was Hakimi born in Spain? Bloody hell, most of that Morocco team wasn't born in Morocco, was it? Nothing wrong with that. You don't have to be, but I'm saying like there's a lot in France. There's a lot in the Netherlands. Well, it's going to take something late here if we're not going to go to extra time. Yamal, why didn't he cross that then? I'll tell you what, I do agree with what somebody said on the in the first half about Yamal. He's not had a great World Cup. He's not been able to be the game changer, and I think it's getting to a point where he's actually overdoing it a little bit. Ashish says neither of these teams have got a very good attacking bench. Look, we played Spain in the Euros final, didn't we? And it wasn't like, Spain are a little bit like Argentina. Very well organised, very good team, but they're very rarely the sort of team that puts you to bed 3 or 4-0. Oh no. Oh no. Le Mans has spilt it. I can't fucking speak. That's my keeper. Leave him alone. Leave Le Mans alone. Courtois can't believe it. You can do. Look at that. That little shit. The little shit doing that. I mean, that's that bloody little shit. I can't believe it. He's absolutely bantering Le Mans. He's absolutely bantering him. Well, they're there, giving it the big one about Kabasi's shot, but Yeah, he's fucked it up. He's tried to take it into the body. It's come loose. Yeah, it's a keeping error. It is a keeping error. When you watch it back, he's tried to take it into his body and he's not held on to it. You know, to be fair, he's come on into a World Cup quarter-final cold. And that's just a little bit of not having a warm-up, I think. Feel bad for him right at the end of the game as well. Belgium, I mean, I don't like Belgium's approach. I've got to say, I don't like Belgium's approach. The way that they've sat back has been a little bit boring, but I don't think there's going to be enough time now for Belgium. As United fans, we had delusions of extra time penalties. Le Mans wins it for Belgium. And ultimately, when you predict the fantasy, sometimes the nightmare can come true. And it's a keeping error that leads to the winner for Spain. I don't even know who scored it. Seven minutes added on. Apparently, Brazilian reports are saying that United have pivoted to João Gomez. Seven minutes. That's a flat ender, isn't it? I'm sure a lot of you are rejoicing at a United goalkeeper making a big mistake. Look, I wanted a France-Spain final, and Belgium have parked the bus second half. You can't deny that. Stig says, this is such a mistake that can ruin all Le Mans' confidence from the United season. Now we'll see what he's really made of coming season, says Stig. That's for the Pickford nonsense, says Sam. Yeah, but Pickford's bang average. Oh, they're in! They're in! Oh, God. He's rounded the keeper. He's tried to get it to Lukaku, and then Laporte stuck his foot out, and it's landed back in his own goalkeeper's arms. To be fair, I think there was a lot to do for the Belgian player there to get that to Lukaku. Two consolations about Le Mans from a Man United point of view. David Beckham got sent off in '98 and got absolutely slaughtered for it. Went on and won the treble the season after. Ronaldo, when Rooney got sent off and winked, got a load of shit for it. Went and won the Ballon d'Or and multiple titles. So just because you have a bad World Cup moment doesn't mean that it's going to lead to a bad moment in your domestic career. Look, Belgium came back once, they can do it again. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner, we're only 600 subscribers away from 1.5 million. And remember, tomorrow night at 10 o'clock, it's England against Norway. We'll be live here at 10. Can Belgium get back into it? I am live on the United stand straight after this with more updates around the Edison deal that was off, is on, might still be off, or is it back on? We've got all the clarity on that coming up at 10. Spain nearly getting a 3v1 breakaway there. Look, goalkeepers make mistakes. Anana made fucking loads of them. Like, goalkeepers make mistakes. Alisson makes mistakes. Raya makes mistakes. Every goalkeeper makes a mistake. Like it's like a striker missing a one-on-one. Like, you know, you're not flawless. It's about how many mistakes you make. And sometimes it is about how high profile the mistake is as well. But, you know, he's a young goalkeeper. And it is costly. And it will be hard for people like De Bruyne and Lukaku and Courtois to just shrug that off, because it's probably their last World Cup. And how many times do you get to a World Cup quarter-final? And they'd have been thinking extra time penalties, you never know. But let's get this clear. Belgium's game plan second half has been, let's take this game to penalties. And I don't respect that. I don't respect that. So you can blame Le Mans, but Belgium's game plan in the second half has been appalling. Really bad. They've had 32% possession. They've done nothing. The first half they were good. Second half, shit. So let's not act like Le Mans' mistake has cost brave Belgium. Like, you make mistakes and they've not tried to do anything really. What did you have for dinner tonight? Ooh, I tell you what, that's not far off a red. Watchalong Rodri. I mean, that's, I think in the Premier League, that's got all the elements of a red. Swedish commentator, when Le Mans came on, his strength is that he's cool as ice. I still believe in Le Mans, says Retu. What do you get for dinner tonight, Mark, says Tom? We ain't cooking, so we had... what did we have? We had, like, dips and cold salads and, you know, those sort of things. I don't really eat much in this weather. Still time for Belgium. Hello Earthling says he stopped the shot but couldn't close it in. Happens, he should reflect, but he shouldn't feel any type of way about it. Those shots are different. Those shots as a goalkeeper are really difficult because it's from distance, so you've got to track it, it's bouncing, and basically what he's got to try and do is take it into his body and hold it, because if he palms it away, he's got no control, central goal like that, and a low ball, it's really difficult to palm that out for a corner. So if he palms it away, he could be putting it into a Spanish player's foot anyway. So he's got to take it into the body, and there's no margin for error, and that's why that happened. Mbappe and Messi have missed penalties this World Cup, says Stephen. Leave my lemons alone, says Angry Brit. Thank you very much. Arsenal guy scores from a mistake by United player, says Ashish. How far are Man United making it in the Champions League? So he's just had a shot straight at him there and he holds it in. He's going to be gutted at the end of this. Mario says that was poor from him and it will shoot his confidence. How far are Man United making it in the Champions League, says Chris? I mean, until we know what's happening in the transfer window, I don't know. Shahin says his error can either destroy his confidence or be his motivation. Mr. Whelan says, I hope it doesn't hurt his confidence. Spenno says, Vardy has posted a video on Instagram and Leicester have put up pictures of him fitness training in our new kit. What are your thoughts? That'd be good to see him back. That says looks promising. Cheap as well, says Marlowe. United's #1, laugh out loud, says 9G YouTube. Tell us who you support, mate. Thank God you missed my previous super chat about Le Mans, says Retu. Just heard that United have called back Anana, says love-hate games. Who out of England and Norway do you think is more likely to beat Argentina and France? Robert, I think it'd be disingenuous to Norway to say that England have got a better chance of beating those two when they've knocked out Brazil. Mike Moan says, cutscene, Le Mans gets injured in penalties and Onana comes back to save United this season. Give us what we want. Moreno is a clutch bro. Portugal now this, says Mamb. And Yamal has not a good year outside La Liga, says Trish. Thank you very much. Well, look, Spain have won this game. Final whistle. I wanted a Spain-France final, to be honest. And we will, sorry, semi-final. And we will get that on Tuesday night now. I think that's going to be a very interesting game between Spain and France on Tuesday night. Whether it be a good game or not, I think the stakes are ridiculously high. I'll look forward to that. But, yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a mistake at the end, isn't it? from the goalkeeper, and ultimately, not a lot to say other than that. But I will say this: the tactics from Belgium were very negative, very, very negative. Don't forget, we were sponsored by Boyle Sports on this stream. You can check them out through the link in the description or scan the QR code, do your own bet builders, etc. We're back tomorrow night with England. 18 plus only, new UK and Ireland customers. Terms and conditions are in the description and on the screen. Please bet responsibly. I'm heading over to the United Stand now. I won't be live at 10. If you can tell them, I'll be 10:05 because obviously this ran on a little bit later. But I'm heading over to the United Stand to give you all the latest on what's happening with this Edison deal that appears to be back on now when it was off. We'll talk about that. I'll see you over there in a minute, and we're back here tomorrow night for the England game. Stay safe, take care. I'll speak to you in a bit.